Yeah, a plea of not guilty on those charges relating to accusations of trying to overturn the 2020 election. This is the first case here in this matter, the first matter in this case in 2024. The case was essentially on ice for all of 2024 because of the Supreme Court. Judge Tanya Chutkan just took the bench behind me about 10 minutes or so ago and is speaking with John Laurer right now. He's one of President Trump's attorneys and said that President Trump pleads not guilty to that superseding indictment, which is the same four core charges, but just different allegations and descriptions of some of those charges. Right now, a trial ending before the election on November 5th is next to impossible. However, it is possible that a trial begins before November 5th and finishes between the election and inauguration. Bill and Dana, if Donald Trump wins in November, expect this case to go away when he takes office. He can have it dismissed or charges drop. If Kamala Harris wins, the trial will likely become a reality at some point. We're waiting to see what the judge decides on that. Attorney General Merrick Garland appointed Jack Smith as special counsel in late 2022. Smith indicted Trump last August of 2023, then slapped on that superseding indictment just a couple of weeks ago. Again, the same charges with slightly different ways and allegations to get to those charges. Trump has said repeatedly the case should be dropped. The Attorney General Garland was asked about Jack Smith in the process yesterday. Watch.
I stand by the actions of the special counsel. The superseding indictment is an effort to respond to the direct instructions of the Supreme Court as to how to effectuate a new indictment in an ongoing case.
And it's notable for those who have criticized Jack Smith over the past 2 or so years. He's actually leaving it up to the judge. He's not pushing to get this done before the election. He's leaving it in the judge's hands. So it's really all up to her. And we should know today what she wants to do as far as where we go from here.
Today, Bill. David? She'll make that decision today?
She just said likely that she will have a scheduling order today, which will lay out sort of the next few months. I'm not sure if we're going to have an actual trial date today, but she did say that she would put out a written order, we're being told, of where she wants to move forward with this. But we're already in September, so it's going to be really hard, and the Trump team does not seem like they're worried about any trial before November.
Okay, that's breaking news there. David, thank you. I want to get back to Trey Gowdy. Trey, what do you think based on what you're hearing? What does she decide stays in or is tossed out based on the immunity ruling from the Supreme Court?
Not a chance in the world. I think it even starts between now and the election. There are lots of ways to tap the brakes. If you're a defense counsel, you can appeal her orders. I mean, she hasn't had evidentiary hearings yet to separate official acts from unofficial acts, from those acts in the periphery or that zone of indifference that Roberts talked about in his immunity majority opinion. I see no way this thing gets tried between now and the election. And don't forget, you have this district court judge in Florida that says special counsel violates the appointments clause. At some point, some court of appeals is going to have to reconcile that, and then ultimately maybe the Supreme Court. So I get that it is breaking news. I see no way this case gets tried between now and November.
Okay. And we need to go to law school, Dana.
Well, or we can just keep asking our dumb questions to our smart lawyers, which we love. Thank you so much, Trey.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.